I'm Debra Lee Baldwin, author of 3 books about succulents. Recently, on San Diego's NBC Evening News, I told how succulents combat global warming. This came about after NBC saw my post and video on Portulacaria afra, commonly called elephant's food or Spekboom. It's one of the most efficient plants at cleaning carbon from the atmosphere.
Some sources say 10 times more efficiently than a rainforest covering the same amount of acreage.
South America rainforests used to be known as the lungs of the planet. Photosynthesizing plants, breathing in carbon dioxide, and they release oxygen into the air. Global warming, melting ice caps, higher ocean levels, severe droughts in certain parts of the world that lead to wildfires. I mean, it has this global impact, which we're all aware of, but we all feel helpless about, right? Well, I'm going to show you how you can do something about it. Because this, of all plants, and I'm not just saying all succulents, but of all plants on the planet, is one of the best for scrubbing the atmosphere of carbon emissions. Carbon, chlorophyll, the green stuff in plants, and sunlight all combine to create energy which fuels growth. The process of photosynthesis requires that they open tiny little pores on their leaves. Sometimes you can see them, little dots on the leaves. Those are stomata.
It opens its stomata, the mouths in its leaves, and it breathes in carbon dioxide at night.
They can't do it during the day. They might desiccate, especially desert plants. So they convert that carbon in carbon dioxide to an acid. It's an organic acid, malic acid, and they store it until they use it for photosynthesis. Well, it makes them especially efficient at metabolizing carbon. But remarkably, this particular succulent also has the ability to photosynthesize during the daytime when conditions are good. So in South Africa, overgrazing of Spekboom by sheep and goats has decimated the number of plants, but the South African government is really keen to reestablish those immense thickets of Spekboom. In fact, they're saying that they're going to plant so many that they'll be visible from outer space. Okay. And yes, elephants really do eat it. Once it gets munched and stomped on, it will root from cuttings. It's very easy to root from cuttings. Get a plant like this and cut it apart. Snip. Pretend you're an elephant. You just chewed through that fell to the ground, and it will root. You're taking it from a cutting. You just strip off maybe the lowest leaves and stick it in the ground, and new roots will form where the leaves were attached. That's it. Once established, it will get by on rainfall alone, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so cultivation requirements for elephant's food. It just loves all kinds of climates and locations. You can grow it in the desert. I've seen it just thriving in Arizona. You can grow it in humid climates that normally are not hospitable to succulents, such as Florida and Hawaii. And it likes nothing so much as Southern California because we're so similar to its native habitat of South Africa for a while. As far as where to put it, it likes sun. It's actually one of the easiest succulents to grow, and succulents are among the easiest plants to grow, so you could leap to the conclusion that this is the easiest plant to grow. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, I probably would have a motive for saying that. It is frost sensitive. It'll regenerate. It's fine. It's just it'll look unsightly for a while. All right. There's really nothing bad about this plant. I mean, it's not even invasive. It is a little boring, but it does make a great backdrop shrub. These smaller leaved, mounding, low-growing ones are great gap fillers in the gardens. These make a great hedge. They're a great fire break. I have a video on YouTube where I try to set it on fire along with other succulents to see how fire resistant they actually are. So if you live in a fire-prone area, plant this around the perimeter of your property. The tiny Portulacaria afra minima, Portulacaria afra variegata, the darling of landscape designers, We have regular Portulacaria afra, and we have Portulacaria afra macrophylla, meaning large leaf. I always go to Waterwise Botanicals. They have the best selection. I'm in North County. They specialize in succulents and other drought-tolerant, low-water plants. And they're the only one that I know of that has the macrophylla. I have about a 1-minute YouTube video where I use the leaves of Portulacaria afra as a garnish for a salad. Citrusy, not bad, you know, sour, high in vitamin C. The Spekboom Foundation has thrown down the challenge to the residents of South Africa for each one to plant 10 of these plants. Where do we come in? You and me. So just think, we could start a movement, a challenge to grow Portulacaria afra throughout the entire southernmost part of the United States.
If you just have a deck or a patio or a sunny spot where you can put Spekboom, Portulacaria afra, elephant's food into a pot, you are doing your part.
Be sure you see more about this subject on my website, DebraLeeBaldwin.com, and also my videos on YouTube.